Preventive war is like committing suicide out of fear of death. Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Vanity is a mortgage that must be deducted from the value of a man. With a gentleman, I am always a gentleman and a half, and with a fraud, I try to be a fraud and a half. The nation that has the schools has the future. People who love sausage and people who believe in justice should never watch either of them being made. He who has his thumb on the purse has the power. With bad laws and good civil servants it's still possible to govern. But with bad civil servants even the best laws can't help. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. God has a special providence for fools, drunkards, and the United States of America. Show me an objective worthy of war and I will go along with you. One day the great European war will come out of some damned foolish thing in the Balkans. I am accustomed to paying men back in their own coin. A generation that has taken a beating is always followed by a generation that deals one. People never lie so much as before an election, during a war, or after a hunt. We live in a wondrous time in which the strong is weak because of his moral scruples and the weak grows strong because of his audacity. The life of a man is like a game of chess, which he plays according to his art. A bad plan that is well executed will yield much better results than a good plan that is poorly executed. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. Love is blind. Friendship tries not to notice. The three signs of great men are generosity in the design, humanity in the execution, moderation in success. Never believe anything in politics until it has been officially denied. I have often regretted what I have eaten, but never what I have drunk. Laws are like sausages, it is better not to see them being made. The Americans are a very lucky people. They're bordered to the north and south by weak neighbors, and to the east and west by fish. It is the destiny of the weak to be devoured by the strong. Be polite. Write diplomatically. Even in a declaration of war one observes the rules of politeness. A journalist is a person who has mistaken their calling. Better pointed bullets than pointed speeches. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions but by iron and blood. Great men have great dogs. Anyone who has ever looked into the glazed eyes of a soldier dying on the battlefield will think hard before starting a war. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. A little caution outflanks a large cavalry. Woe to the leader whose arguments at the end of a war are not as plausible as they were at the beginning. Politics is not an exact science. Politics is the art of the possible. life has taught me to forgive much, but to seek forgiveness still more. You can't destroy the Polish national consciousness or Poles on the battlefield, but if you give them power, they will destroy themselves. Never, remember, never trust a friend the secrets you don't want your enemy to know. We Germans fear God, but nothing else in the world. I consider even a victorious war as an evil, from which statesmanship must endeavor to spare nations. A rich society must care for the poor. I have found that nothing so deceives your adversaries as telling them the truth. Peace with a club in hand is war. When a man says he approves of something in principle, it means he hasn't the slightest intention of carrying it out in practice. Politics ruins the character. Never fight with Russian. On your every stratagem they answer unpredictable stupidity. The luxury of one's own opinion. Faust complained about having two souls in his breast, but I harbor a whole crowd of them and they quarrel. It is like being in a republic. Laws are like medicine. They generally cure an evil by a lesser or a passing evil. A Bavarian is halfway between an Austrian and a human being. The Balkans aren't worth the life of a single Pomeranian grenadier. The greatest burden for the working class is uncertainty of life. They can never be certain that they will have a job, or that they will have health and the ability to work. We cannot protect a man from all sickness and misfortune. Whoever speaks of Europe as wrong, it is a geographical expression. All treaties between great states cease to be binding when they come in conflict with the struggle for existence. No civilization other than that which is Christian is worth seeking or possessing. A government must not waver once it has chosen its course. It must not look to the left or right but go forward. War should only be used for a policy worth its sacrifices.